Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the brand new Dokkan event that has come out for the Dokkan Awakenings for 3 units. We have the Int Super Saiyan for full power Goku, we have the physical Super Saiyan for full power Limit Break Vegeta, and we have the Strength Super Hearts, who becomes Ultimate Hearts. So we have some pretty interesting named units, but obviously they are part of the Heroes Celebration. For this Dokkan event, there's only one event. It only consists of one stage of 2 difficulties, and basically, to cut a long story short, it's pretty straightforward. To be honest with you, very simple. Normal kinds of phases, everything like that. You are fighting 2 enemies the entire way. So if that surprises you, then obviously that's something to deal with. But beyond that, there's really not anything else I would say you're too concerned about. As I mentioned before, very simple procedure. All super duper straightforward. You're going to need 77 medals for Vegeta and for Goku, and then you're going to need half of each, 35 basically, for hearts. Fortunately, the event drops 7 of both, so it'll drop 7 of the Goku one and 7 of the Vegeta one if you take it on the highest difficulty. Obviously, beyond that, guys, it's all pretty straightforward. You shouldn't really have a major issue with this event. It is a standard Dokkan event, and you can use Dragon Ball Heroes units to somewhat improve things, but yeah, really it's not too much of a major concern. Yeah, beyond that, obviously we're here to talk a little bit about the units as well. I think everyone's obviously seen their kits, and they're interesting. I think they definitely, Heroes units are both good and bad sometimes, and that Heroes units do sometimes need a little bit of assistance. They need to be on their teams. They need to be on their crossover teams or their Dragon Ball Saga teams, etc. And Goku and Vegeta are definitely designed to be run as a pairing. The nice thing is there is a great synergy between their leader skills, so it's not all good and bad when you use them. But they are definitely designed to be run together. Goku gives 40% additional defense to the rotation because he has Vegeta on rotation, and similarly, Vegeta gives 40% attack to the rotation. And it's not only that, link sets are fantastic between the 2 units, with very crucial links like Saiyan Raw and experienced fighters being shared between them. And yeah, just not to mention the synergy between their lead skills and the synergy between their kits, Goku is a relatively stronger defensive unit, whereas Vegeta is a much stronger second slot offensive unit. The synergy between the 2 kind of melds well together. So yeah, in general, you do kind of want both, to be honest with you. So it's not to say that you have to have both to run either or the other. It's just that people who have both, or have one and run the other as a lead, and run a crossover team, are going to see a markedly improved performance. Overall, Goku is probably the one people are most excited about. People are always excited by tanking units, and a unit that's got 30% damage reduction, along with also having quite decent defense after being hit 7 times, is a unit a lot of players are going to be super excited about. Especially after Super, his defense can be pretty high as a unit, so I think a lot of people are really quite happy with his overall kind of kit, ability, performance, etc. Me personally, I think he looks really good, but I do think Vegeta also looks pretty good. I think at 55%, you're not going to see the same units, obviously, that you would see at Rainbow, but I still think they are pretty useful units. We're going to take a look and see just how good they are. We're going to see just how good they tend to do in their situations and in their teams, and in different teams. We're going to run them on teams where maybe, they're a little bit less highlighted than they would be normally. But we will run them and get a good idea of how they perform. Me personally, I'm pretty happy with the overall performance of the team. I think if I can look at them, their categories are good. Everything like that is really nice about them. And yeah, I think they are worth the effort of Dokkan Awakening. Obviously, if you get them, you should definitely use them. Of course, you know, it can always be a little bit of a like, okay, you know, do I invest, do I summon here? If you're into heroes units, you'll summon. So yeah, that should answer your question for yourself. I'm not a fan of the whole notion of telling people when to summon. Summon if you like the units. It's really that straightforward. I know people don't like to hear that, but the game really, like by next year, half of the units from this year are not going to be that great overall. It's just how it is. So, I can't sit here and tell you that, by summoning now, you're ruining your chances to progress in the game. All the units released within this year until the next anniversary will be on a similar level of power creep. Some are, yes, better designed than others, but for the most part, they will release some new events that will require units that have 50% damage reduction, and that's about it. There's really not anything you can do on that end. That's how gacha games work. So for me, if you like heroes, summon on the heroes units. I find them pretty good. I find them quite enjoyable. They look really cool to me. I think their imagery is very cool, so I like them. And they power up the Great Ape, Giant Ape Power Team, which I think does need it. And yeah, I really like them overall. Obviously, we're here at the final phase. As you've noticed, the entire event, the whole way through, was 2 units. This is a little bit frustrating. I'll be honest, it's not like my favorite thing to fight 2 units all the time. It's more just because you have to spread the damage and typings become more of a thing. There's always one typing that's not going to do that much damage. It's not a huge issue. It just makes auto playing the stage take a little bit longer. But it's a traditional Dokkan event. I would say if you've been doing Dokkan events for a while, you're not going to struggle with this. If you haven't been doing Dokkan events for a while, if you're a brand new player, you definitely could struggle with this. If you are struggling, just lower the difficulty. That's why it's there. I know it's sometimes difficult to not get 7 medals per unit, but when you're first starting out, just go and do the lower difficulty. Make sure that you Dokkan Awaken your first units, and then you won't have any problems. The moment you try to accelerate things, you're going to end up failing. It's going to cost you stones, or it's just going to cost you time, which at the end of the day is also valuable. So I don't really like suggesting do this, do that. So if you are struggling, just go lower difficulty, save yourself the hassle, and take a little bit more time on auto battle and get there, and a little bit more stamina. It will pay off in the end. Besides, 1 stone is worth more than any stamina you could expend. So yeah, really don't do that. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Pretty straightforward event, nothing too crazy. Everything went swimmingly, all sorted, and yeah, you shouldn't really have any major problems. Otherwise, guys, let me know in the comments down below how you're finding things. Is it tough? Is it not tough? Do you need help with team builds, etc.? For the most part, a lot of people tend to struggle with Dokkan events, especially new players, so don't feel shy. Just kind of hit me up and I will assist you and try to help you. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. So as always, guys, until then, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and bye.